When I first discovered Stoicism, I was desperate to find a way to maintain motivation during life's most challenging moments. It wasn't just about pushing forward, it was about finding purpose and resilience in the face of adversity. Little did I know, this ancient philosophy would become my ultimate toolkit for perseverance. Through every obstacle, I've applied Stoic principles to remain steadfast and grounded. Now, I want to share how Stoicism can fuel motivation and guide us through the storms with unwavering strength. The anchor of purpose. One of the first lessons Stoicism taught me was the importance of having a clear purpose. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about aligning actions with nature's greater design. For me, this translated into defining my why. Why was I pursuing my goals? Why did I wake up every morning ready to tackle the same battles? I started with a practice inspired by Epictetus, reflection. Each night, I'd ask myself, what did I do today that aligns with my greater purpose? Gradually, this sense of direction became my anchor, keeping me motivated even when circumstances felt insurmountable. Try this, write down your core purpose. Every morning, read it aloud. Let it remind you of the bigger picture, especially when distractions or setbacks arise. Reframing adversity as growth, Stoicism introduced me to a life-changing mindset. Challenges are not obstacles but opportunities. Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. I began to see struggles as a gym for the soul. Each hardship was a chance to build resilience, to grow stronger in character and wisdom. When I faced a major career setback, it initially felt crushing. But instead of succumbing to despair, I asked myself, what lesson does this moment hold? This simple reframing transformed my mindset. I wasn't a victim of circumstance, I was a student of life. Try this. The next time you face a challenge, write it down and ask, how can this situation serve my growth? Use it as fuel to keep going. The power of self-discipline. Motivation alone isn't enough, it must be paired with discipline. The Stoics valued discipline as a core virtue, emphasizing the importance of consistent effort over fleeting inspiration. Epictetus reminded me that it's not what happens but how we respond that defines us. To stay motivated, I developed a habit of starting my day with small victories. Whether it was a workout, journaling, or tackling a difficult task, these wins created momentum. Discipline became my ally, helping me push forward even on days when motivation faltered. Try this, start your day with one disciplined act. It could be as simple as making your bed or meditating for 5 minutes. Let it set the tone for perseverance. Detachment from outcomes. One of the most liberating aspects of Stoicism is the idea of focusing on what's within our control and letting go of the rest. Too often, I found myself paralyzed by the fear of failure. What if I tried and didn't succeed? But then, I embraced the wisdom of the dichotomy of control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." I learned to pour my energy into effort rather than outcomes. The result? Freedom. I was no longer shackled by fear or doubt. Try this. The next time you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, what part of this situation is within my control? Focus only on those aspects and let go of the rest. Gratitude as a motivational force. Gratitude, I realized, is a powerful motivator. The Stoics often practiced premeditatio malorum, imagining worst-case scenarios to appreciate the present moment fully. When I felt demotivated, I'd reflect on everything I already had, the support of loved ones, my health, and the opportunity to strive for something greater. This shift in perspective gave me energy. Gratitude reminded me that every day was a gift, a chance to create and grow. Try this: begin or end your day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. Notice how this practice recharges your motivation. The role of community. Stoicism isn't a solitary journey. Marcus Aurelius often emphasized the interconnectedness of humanity, reminding us that we are part of a greater whole. When I struggled to stay motivated, I leaned on a supportive community of like-minded individuals. Sharing my challenges and hearing others' perspectives fueled my perseverance. It reminded me that I wasn't alone in this journey. Try this: surround yourself with individuals who share your values. Discuss your goals and struggles with them. Their encouragement can reignite your motivation, visualizing the end goal. While Stoicism teaches detachment from outcomes, it also encourages envisioning what lies at the end of the path. I often visualize the person I wanted to become: resilient, courageous, and unwavering. This vision acted as a compass, guiding me through tough times. Try this: create a vivid mental picture of your ideal self. Revisit it whenever you feel your motivation waning. The daily practice of motivation. Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a practice. Staying motivated requires daily commitment. For me, that means journaling, meditating on Stoic principles, and reflecting on my actions. Each day, I remind myself of the core Stoic values: courage, wisdom, temperance, and justice. These pillars inspire me to persevere, even when the road ahead seems daunting. Try this: incorporate Stoic rituals into your daily routine. Use them as tools to stay motivated and grounded. Final reflection. Stoicism has taught me that motivation isn't about constant excitement or enthusiasm, it's about purpose, discipline, and resilience. It's about showing up every day, no matter how you feel, and trusting that each step forward brings you closer to your goals. When life tests your resolve, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Let these principles be your guide, and you'll discover a wellspring of motivation within yourself. Now, go forth and face your challenges with the unshakable strength of a Stoic. The path may be difficult, but with each step, you're becoming the person you were meant to be. Turning adversity into a personal triumph. One of the most profound lessons I've learned on this journey is that adversity can become our greatest teacher. The Stoics firmly believed that hardship is not just something to endure but something to embrace as a tool for transformation. This perspective has been a cornerstone of my motivation. There was a time when I faced a deeply personal setback, one that made me question my path entirely. In that moment, it was the Stoic concept of amor fati, the love of fate, that helped me find meaning in my struggles. Epictetus's teachings reminded me: do not seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish for things to happen as they do, and you will go on well. This mindset shift was transformative. Instead of resisting the challenges, I leaned into them. I treated them as opportunities to refine my character, deepen my resolve, and align myself with the natural flow of life. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its ability to turn even the harshest storms into paths of discovery. Try this: the next time life throws an unexpected curveball, pause and ask yourself, how can this moment serve my growth? Write down at least one positive outcome this challenge might bring. fostering resilience through perspective. Resilience is often mistaken for toughness or emotional invincibility. But Stoicism teaches that true resilience is rooted in perspective. Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded himself, and us, that our interpretation of events shapes our experience. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When I felt the weight of self-doubt, I practiced this principle. Instead of focusing on the difficulties, I reframed them as neutral occurrences. What mattered wasn't the event itself but how I chose to respond. This practice became my superpower. It allowed me to regain control over my thoughts, shift my focus to solutions, and maintain motivation even when circumstances felt overwhelming. Try this: the next time you feel discouraged, write down the situation as though you were an observer. Then, write how you could reinterpret it from a Stoic perspective. Notice the mental clarity this shift provides. Celebrating small wins. Another principle that keeps me moving forward is the power of incremental progress. The Stoics taught us to be patient, to value the small steps that lead to greatness. Seneca's words echo in my mind, "He who is brave is free." For me, bravery often means showing up. Even when the path ahead seems daunting, when I began setting smaller, achievable goals, my motivation soared. Each accomplishment, no matter how minor, became a reason to celebrate and a reminder of my ability to persevere. This approach reinforced my belief that consistent effort, no matter how modest, builds momentum over time. Try this: set one small, specific goal each day related to a larger ambition. At the end of the day, celebrate your success, knowing it's a step towards something greater. The role of reflection in motivation. Reflection has become a sacred ritual in my life, a practice that grounds me in gratitude and strengthens my resolve. The Stoics emphasize the importance of self-awareness, encouraging us to review our actions and thoughts daily. Every evening, I take a few minutes to journal, reflecting on the choices I made, the obstacles I faced, and the lessons I learned. This practice helps me stay connected to my purpose and fuels my motivation to improve. It's a quiet moment of honesty with myself, a chance to realign with my values and ensure that my actions reflect the person I aspire to be. Try this: before bed, write down 3 things you accomplished and 1 thing you'd like to improve tomorrow. Let this nightly ritual keep you anchored in your journey. Motivation as a virtuous cycle. One of the most exciting discoveries I've made is that motivation feeds itself. The more I apply Stoic principles, the more motivated I feel to continue. It's a virtuous cycle. Each step forward reinforces my belief in my abilities and deepens my commitment to living a purposeful life. This is why I share my journey with others. When we inspire and uplift those around us, we not only fuel their motivation but also amplify our own. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What we do now echoes in eternity." Try this: share one Stoic principle or practice that has helped you with someone else. Witness how spreading inspiration strengthens your own motivation. A final call to action. Motivation isn't a fleeting spark, it's a steady flame, nurtured by discipline, perspective, and purpose. Through the lens of Stoicism, I've learned that we don't need to wait for external events to ignite this flame. Instead, we can cultivate it from within, transforming challenges into triumphs and setbacks into opportunities. So, as you face your own journey, remember, the power to persevere lies within you. Let the wisdom of the Stoics guide your steps, and trust that each day, you're becoming stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Now, take the first step. Reflect on your purpose, embrace the obstacles before you, and let Stoic principles illuminate your path forward. The world needs your strength, your courage, and your unwavering resolve. You are capable of greatness. Let today be the day you fully embrace it. Building a legacy of motivation. As I delve deeper into Stoicism, I am reminded of the profound responsibility we all carry, not just to ourselves but to the world around us. Motivation is not merely about achieving personal success. It's about building a legacy of resilience, inspiration, and impact that echoes far beyond our individual lives. The Stoics believed in living in service to the greater good. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on his duty as a leader, reminding himself to rise above personal desires and work for the betterment of others. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." For me, this has translated into a commitment to act with integrity, to motivate others by example, and to share the lessons I've learned through my struggles. Every act of courage, every moment of perseverance, contributes to this legacy, a living testament to the power of Stoic philosophy. Harnessing the energy of challenges, the Stoics teach us that life is a constant flux of challenges and opportunities. These challenges are not to be feared but embraced as sources of energy. When we reframe adversity as fuel for growth, our motivation becomes unstoppable. One of the most powerful exercises I've adopted is imagining each challenge as a stepping stone. Instead of seeing obstacles as barriers, I now view them as opportunities to sharpen my skills, deepen my character, and reinforce my resolve. Try this. The next time you face a daunting challenge, write it down and brainstorm 3 ways it could lead to personal growth or new opportunities. Keep this list as a reminder of the strength you can gain from adversity. The Stoic path to lasting fulfillment. True motivation is not rooted in external rewards but in the pursuit of virtue and purpose. The Stoics understood this deeply, urging us to align our actions with our core values. When we live with purpose, motivation becomes an intrinsic force, a steady current that carries us through the tides of life. For me, this means waking up each day with a clear sense of why I'm here and what I want to contribute to the world. It's not about seeking perfection but striving for progress, knowing that each small step forward is meaningful. Try this. Identify one core value that resonates deeply with you, perhaps courage, kindness, or perseverance. Each day, commit to an action that reflects this value. Notice how this practice fuels your motivation from within. Stoicism and the community of motivation. Motivation flourishes in community. The Stoics understood that we are social beings, interconnected and interdependent. Seneca wrote, "No one can live happily who has regard for himself alone and transforms everything into a question of his own utility. You must live for your neighbor if you would live for yourself." This wisdom has inspired me to cultivate relationships that uplift and empower. Whether through sharing my Stoic journey, mentoring others, or simply being present for friends and family, I've discovered that motivating others enriches my own sense of purpose. Try this. Connect with someone who inspires you or someone who might need encouragement. Share a Stoic insight or a personal story of perseverance. Notice how this exchange deepens your motivation and strengthens your bond. A life lived with purpose. As I reflect on my journey, one truth stands out. Stoicism has not just helped me stay motivated, it has transformed the way I live. It has taught me to see every moment as an opportunity to grow, to contribute, and to honor the gift of life itself. This philosophy is not a quick fix or a fleeting source of inspiration. It is a way of being, a compass that guides us through life's complexities with clarity, resilience, and grace. Now, I invite you to join me on this path. Let's embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and support one another in the pursuit of a life well lived. Together, we can create a ripple effect of motivation and purpose that echoes through time. The Stoics believed in the power of action. So let's act. Let's live. Let's thrive. The journey of continual growth. Every time I reflect on my journey with Stoicism and motivation, I feel a renewed sense of purpose. The Stoic philosophy teaches that the essence of life is growth, an unending process of becoming better, wiser, and stronger. One of the most transformative practices I've adopted is journaling my motivations daily. It's a space where I connect with my thoughts and refine my intentions. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations serves as a reminder that even the greatest leaders took time to clarify their purpose, to center themselves, and to reignite their inner fire. Try this. Begin each day by writing one action that aligns with your highest purpose. At the end of the day, reflect on how that action made a difference, either to you or to someone else. This ritual will help you see the impact of your efforts and keep you motivated. Stoicism and the pursuit of excellence. Excellence, for the Stoics, wasn't about external achievements but about striving to fulfill our potential. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." These words resonate deeply with me. Whenever I find myself feeling overwhelmed or unsure, I pause to revisit my goals. I ask myself, what kind of person do I want to become? What legacy do I wish to leave? These questions ground me, helping me refocus on what truly matters. Try this. Set aside time to define your vision of excellence. Write down your values, aspirations, and the traits you admire most in others. Then, create a small action plan for embodying these qualities daily. Overcoming discouragement with Stoic strength. We all face moments of discouragement when motivation falters, and the weight of challenges feels unbearable. During such times, Stoicism has been my anchor. The Stoics remind us to separate what is within our control from what is not. By focusing solely on my own thoughts, choices, and actions, I've learned to navigate even the most difficult situations with a calm resolve. This practice has allowed me to reclaim my power and stay motivated, no matter the circumstances. Try this. When you feel discouraged, take a deep breath and identify one small, meaningful action you can take immediately. This could be as simple as sending a kind message to someone, taking a walk, or revisiting your goals. Small victories build momentum. Stoic motivation in the face of uncertainty. The Stoics lived in tumultuous times, yet they thrived by cultivating inner peace and unwavering motivation. They teach us that life's uncertainties are not obstacles but opportunities to test and strengthen our resolve. For me, this perspective has been life-changing. Instead of fearing the unknown, I now embrace it as a natural part of the human experience. Each new challenge is a chance to learn, to grow, and to forge a path forward with courage. Try this. Whenever uncertainty arises, repeat this Stoic affirmation: I have the strength to face whatever comes my way. Pair this with a grounding activity, such as deep breathing or a gratitude practice, to anchor yourself in the present moment. Inspiring others through Stoic motivation, one of the most rewarding aspects of my journey has been sharing Stoic principles with others. Whether through conversations, writing, or simple acts of kindness, I've discovered that inspiring others fuels my own motivation. Motivation is contagious. When we uplift those around us, we create a ripple effect of positivity and purpose. The Stoics believed in the power of community, and I've seen firsthand how this principle transforms lives. Try this: identify someone in your life who might benefit from Stoic wisdom. Share an insight or a story that has inspired you. You'll be amazed at how this act of connection reinforces your own motivation. The legacy of Stoic motivation. As I close this chapter of reflection, I am filled with gratitude for the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. This philosophy has not only helped me stay motivated but has also deepened my understanding of what it means to live a meaningful life. Motivation is not a fleeting feeling. It is a steady flame, kindled by purpose, fueled by resilience, and sustained by the daily practice of living virtuously. With Stoicism as our guide, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and determination, leaving behind a legacy of inspiration and impact. Now, I invite you to take the first step, or the next step, on your own journey. Embrace the principles of Stoicism. Cultivate your inner strength, and let your actions shine as a beacon of motivation for yourself and others. Together, let's build a life of purpose, resilience, and boundless possibility. Motivation through adversity. Stoic resilience in action. Adversity is a natural part of life, but how we respond to it defines our character. The Stoics faced countless hardships, from exile to personal loss, and yet they emerged stronger, driven by their principles. For me, understanding this was pivotal. One of my most challenging experiences was a period of professional uncertainty. I was plagued by doubt and fear, wondering if I would ever find my footing again. But in the depths of that struggle, I turned to the Stoic concept of amor fati, the love of fate. Rather than resisting the challenges, I learned to embrace them as opportunities to grow. Every obstacle became a lesson. Every failure a stepping stone. Slowly, I began to see adversity not as a roadblock but as a motivator, urging me to rise above and push forward. Try this: when you encounter setbacks, write down 3 lessons you can learn from the experience. Reflect on how these lessons can fuel your growth and motivate you to keep going, finding joy in the process. A Stoic perspective on fulfillment. Motivation doesn't always come from chasing goals, it often comes from finding joy in the process. This idea transformed how I approach my day-to-day life. The Stoics teach us to focus on the present moment, to give our best effort to the task at hand without becoming overly attached to the outcome. When I started practicing this, I found a deep sense of satisfaction in even the simplest actions. Now, instead of rushing through life, I savor the journey. Each step, no matter how small, contributes to a larger purpose. This shift has kept me motivated, even during long and arduous projects. Try this: choose one daily task, whether it's making your bed, preparing a meal, or writing an email, and approach it with full presence and care. Notice how this changes your perspective and boosts your motivation. The Stoic community. Strength in connection. Motivation thrives in a supportive environment. The Stoics valued the importance of community, encouraging us to uplift and learn from one another. For me, sharing my Stoic journey with others has been incredibly motivating. Whether it's discussing Marcus Aurelius's insights with a friend or joining an online Stoic group, These connections remind me that I'm not alone in my quest for growth. There's a unique energy that comes from being part of a like-minded community. It inspires me to stay committed, to keep learning, and to share what I've discovered. Try this: seek out a group or community where you can discuss Stoicism and motivation. Share your experiences and learn from others. Together, you'll create a powerful source of inspiration. From theory to action, living Stoic motivation daily. Philosophy is not meant to remain abstract, it is meant to be lived. This principle is at the heart of Stoicism, and it's what keeps me motivated every day. I've found that integrating Stoic practices into my daily routine makes a profound difference. From morning affirmations to evening reflections, each habit reinforces my resolve and keeps me focused on what truly matters. Motivation is not a fleeting feeling, it's a cultivated state of mind. And with Stoicism as a guide, we can build the discipline and resilience needed to sustain it. Try this: start your day with the Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, visualizing potential challenges and preparing yourself to face them with grace. End your day by reflecting on what went well and what you can improve. Your journey awaits. As I wrap up these reflections, I want to leave you with one final thought: motivation is within your reach. By embracing Stoic principles, you can unlock a wellspring of inner strength and determination. Remember, the path won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Each challenge is an opportunity to grow, each success a testament to your perseverance. So take that first step, and let the wisdom of Stoicism guide you toward a life of purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. Are you ready to embark on this journey? Let's walk it together, hand in hand with the Stoic sages who have shown us the way. Let's make each moment count. Let's stay motivated. Motivation is the flame you carry. Motivation, I've learned, isn't something external, a fleeting moment of inspiration that we must chase. It's a flame we carry within us, a light that burns brighter with every decision aligned to our principles. For me, Stoicism has been the fuel for this fire, turning my fears into fortitude and my doubts into determination. But sustaining motivation requires vigilance. Just as a flame needs oxygen, our motivation needs consistent nourishment. Through reflection, action, and a deep understanding of our purpose. Try this: every morning, ask yourself, what's the most important thing I can do today to move closer to my purpose? Let this question guide your actions and renew your resolve daily. The gift of adversity, turning struggles into strength. As I look back on my journey, I see that my most significant growth has come during the hardest times. Moments of loss, failure, or fear tested my resolve but also showed me the depth of my resilience. The Stoics teach us to welcome adversity as a teacher. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This mindset has shifted how I view obstacles. Instead of being deterred, I now see them as opportunities to refine my character. When faced with a daunting challenge, I remind myself that every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. And progress, no matter how slow, keeps the flame of motivation alive. Try this: reflect on a recent challenge you faced. Write down 3 ways it has made you stronger or wiser. Keep this list visible to remind yourself of the power within you. Finding purpose beyond yourself. One of the most profound shifts I've experienced through Stoicism is realizing that true motivation often comes from serving something greater than myself. Whether it's contributing to my community, supporting my loved ones, or striving to leave the world a better place, aligning my actions with a higher purpose has been a game changer. Seneca's words often resonate with me. He who benefits others, benefits himself. When I focus on how my efforts can uplift others, I find a deeper well of motivation to draw from. Try this: identify one way your actions today can positively impact someone else. It could be as simple as offering encouragement or as significant as dedicating time to a cause. Let this act of service inspire you. Celebrating progress and staying grateful, Stoicism doesn't just teach us how to endure challenges, it reminds us to appreciate the journey. Acknowledging our progress, no matter how incremental, is a vital part of staying motivated. I've started a practice of gratitude that has transformed my outlook. At the end of each day, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for, big or small. This habit keeps me grounded, optimistic, and motivated to keep moving forward. Gratitude, I've found, is a quiet but powerful motivator. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have and reminds us of the abundance in our lives. Try this: start a gratitude journal and commit to writing in it daily. Notice how this simple practice uplifts your spirit and fuels your motivation. Becoming unstoppable, the Stoic mindset in action. Motivation isn't about never feeling tired or discouraged, it's about choosing to persevere despite those feelings. It's about cultivating a mindset that sees every day as an opportunity to grow, every challenge as a stepping stone, and every success as a chance to inspire others. The Stoic mindset has taught me to embrace this way of living fully. I've learned to celebrate the process, trust the journey, and believe in the resilience of the human spirit. So here's my final message to you: you are capable of greatness. The flame of motivation burns within you. Stoke it with Stoic wisdom, protect it with discipline, and let it illuminate your path. Your journey begins now. Are you ready to live motivated, inspired, and unshakable?